Hey everybody, Peter here. I just wanted to take a quick second and connect with you on something that happened to me over the last week. So I was speaking to a large group of executives, and at the end of my session, somebody came up to me and asked me a question. And they said, Peter, why didn't you give me something specific to do, a specific action? And I thought about it for a second, and I really believe that true authentic change has to be birthed within an individual. I can't make them do something. And it often reminds me of when my kids were little babies and I had to feed them. And I remember, for those of you who are parents, I remember putting food in their mouth. They would spit it out, I'd wipe it off and put it back in. And but as they got older, they had to take more responsibility for their own feeding. And so as this person asked me this, we had a great conversation, but I thought about, what does it take to go to a conference or a training or a session and really do something with it? What does it take to do that? And I created this framework. Now, I love football, and I thought of it in terms of being a great football receiver. And what it takes to be a great receiver on the football field, also, you could equate to being a great receiver in the classroom. And to be a great receiver, it takes three things. And the first thing is you have to get open. Now, if you don't get open as a receiver on the football field, the ball will never come to you, and you will never have an opportunity to catch anything. So the first thing you have to do is get open. And in a classroom as well, the first thing you have to do is open yourself up to the concept and the idea that you could learn something. And if you open your mind, then you can go to the second thing that you need to do. Now, as a receiver on the field, if you get open, the ball will start coming to you. And what do you have to do? You have to catch it. Now, in the classroom, same thing. Ideas will be coming, but what you have to do is take the responsibility to catch the ones that resonate with you. I catch them by writing them down, but you have to catch those ideas. And the last thing you have to do to be a great receiver, you've gotten open, you've caught the ball, but I learned this from my good friend Rod Smith, who is one of the best Denver Broncos ever. And what he said was, you know, Peter, one of the most important things was my yards after the catch. He said, I had to learn to go. And nobody told him where to go or how to go. He just went. And in the classroom, same thing. If you get your mind open and you start to hear ideas, and then you catch some of those ideas that work, you have to go. You have to find a way to create movement. And I always say inspiration is a great spark. Now, if you want to build a bonfire, you have to have a spark, but you also have to have fuel, like wood. The spark by itself is just a flicker. And likewise, if you go to a great conference, you get inspired with great ideas, but you don't move, it's just a momentary flicker. But if you add the fuel of movement, you can create massive change for yourself, and you can become the person that you've always wanted to be.